us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK. They call me the closer because big or small, in quarter out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve. D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
It's summertime. The days are hot, and large big gulp drinks are only $1 at 7-Eleven. That's why everyone's rolling up. Get $1 large big gulp drinks at 7-Eleven with 7 rewards. Valid rate 26.9 applicable terms.
Attention New York business owners, landlords, and law firms. Are you sitting on money judgments that you can't collect on? Fine Asset Recovery can assist you in collecting those funds.
All right.
No risk or upfront fees.
Hello, Mika.
Correct. If they don't collect on
Good morning.
there are no fees. Call Fine Asset Recovery at
Hello, everyone.
1-800-513-1923. That's 1-800-513-1923.
Brushing session incoming.
Uncollected or expire. Call Fine Asset Recovery now at 1-800-513-1923. Now is the time to get the assistance you need to collect the money you deserve with absolutely no upfront fees. Call Fine Asset Recovery at 1-800-513-1923. That's 1-800-513-1923. Or visit them at fineassetrecovery.com. That's fineassetrecovery.com.
Hello, Caspi.
10 Wins at 92.3 FM, moving at the speed of New Yorkers.
All news, all the time. This is 10-10 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 75 degrees at 9:20 on this Sunday, August 17th. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb, and here's what's happening. A shooting at a Crown Heights lounge early today. 11 people were hit. 3 of them have died. Details still coming in. Federal Plaza protest heat up today. Demonstrators set to call on Governor Hochul to cut off the power, saying
Look who's back.
horrific conditions. Sending in reinforcements.
Look who's back. Kitsos.
A great day for a swim in Red Hook. The neighborhood public pool opens today after weeks of repair.
Caspi, yeah, it's your birthday. We gotta sing you a meow song after.
Not too worried about cancel culture.
Forget being followed. You can't be canceled. If you haven't signed up, don't sign up.
Oscar and Tony winner has some thoughts.
Oh, there he goes. Kitso, what are you doing?
Giants beat Jets in preseason football. 10-10 Wins AccuWeather. Sunny, hot, humid, maybe a storm late. The high near 90.
Kitso, get over here.
Let's get you where you need to go with Jody Vale.
Oh, we've got a new one just coming in. This is Queen.
I was chasing him around the house before.
Taking out a lane. It's right near LaGuardia Airport.
So I closed the door because I don't want him. He's hard to catch, this birdie.
Queens, it's moving. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Heading to the Hudson River crossing, CWB, minor delays in.
Hello, Ryan.
Getting super slow now, heading to the west.
And hello, Perfectly Cozy Crafts. Welcome.
Those delays going back to 3rd Avenue, so it's about 10 to 15 minutes. And then Lincoln and Holland moving both ways. East River crossings, no troubles, but some slowdowns in Brooklyn. It's on the BQE both ways in that work zone. This is inbound between the Gowanus Merge after Cadman Plaza. Outbound's going to slow down between Hillary Street, heading to Atlantic Avenue. Mass transit note, M-Train.
Ow.
Suspended until
Kitchos can bite,
5 a.m.
you know.
So
All right, I'm putting back up here.
shuttle buses instead. We'll keep you up to date. Jody Vale, 10-10 Wins at 92.3 FM.
11 people were hit in a shooting in Crown Heights, Brooklyn early today, and 3 of them have died. In a news conference heard here on 1010 Wins, Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said it started before 3:30 at the Taste of the City Lounge at 903 Franklin Avenue, which is a Caribbean fusion restaurant and bar.
Currently, we have identified 11 victims, ranging in age from 27 to 61, 8 males and 3 females. 3 of the victims have already been pronounced. 1 male, age 27, 1 male, age 35, and 1 male of an unknown age.
The incident apparently stemmed from some kind of dispute. Tisch says there were at least 2 shooters and 37 shots fired. No arrest so far. She says a gun was recovered at Bedford Avenue and Eastern Parkway, and they're checking to see if it's related to the shooting. Of course, David Penton wins for the latest on this developing story.
We'll leave them up there because
Protests against ICE detention in Federal
more
Plaza
comfy.
aren't new, but the demand demonstrators are making, they sure is. They want Governor Hochul to cut off the power.
Thank you perfectly, Cozy Crafts.
Carroll says ICE is holding
Ryan says not long till my 50th now.
Penton wins. The State Department of Public Service.
Welcome. Hello, Yurli Nicole Andres. That's Kitsos, Birdie, and this is Linda, the cat. Linda the cat is the star here of the show.
Protest comes just days after a 7-year-old student at a Queens elementary school was detained with her mother after a routine check-in at Federal Plaza. Councilmember Shakar Krishnan represents Dyris District. He tells 1010 Wins.
Ida, who's going into first grade, should be with her mom here in Queens, getting ready for school in a couple weeks, going to buy school supplies, picking out new outfits, excited about that.
Thank you, Yurli.
She and her mother are in
Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy. I come on every so often and do a live. Today, Linda's gonna get some brushing done. Linda's gonna look all pretty, right? Right, Linda? She's already, but in the summertime, you know, you gotta brush them more often.
Spend 6 hours and 12 minutes a day on their phones. That's 81 miles of scrolling a year. Richie, a dog walker from the West Village, insists it's all for work.
I keep always checking to my clients and to keep a record about what I'm doing.
But not everyone buys that. Courtney admits her phone habit is pure boredom.
Usually on Twitter.
Actually, Mika, it's funny you ask that.
I get bored. Usually.
I did let her out this morning. And actually, she went under, you know, whenever she goes out in the back where I have my car, she can be quite difficult to bring back inside. So you know, she goes under. So she did spend some time outside. Actually made a little quick video, which I may eventually post. Don't know, whenever. But, yep, she's been out.
And more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend. Oh my God.
Oceanfront views, great amenities.
Planning our vacation?
Looking for a rehab center after your dad's hip replacement.
Find anything good?
Yep, MJHS Menorah Center. It's right here in Brooklyn.
So, let's start brushing her.
Of course. And long-term care, too, if we ever need it. Plus, they're not-for-profit, so I know we can trust them. MJHS Menorah Center.
All right, Linda.
Learn more at
You ready?
MJHSmenorah.org.
Now, Bloomberg Money Watch.
Burning Man is burning through cash. After failing to sell out last year, organizers of the event that attracts thousands to the Nevada desert found they were on pace to fall $20 million short of expenses heading into this year. Bloomberg contributor Ted Alcorn.
In the last few years, costs have increased a lot, you know, inflation, but also in terms of labor and other costs for events like this. And the ticket prices just haven't kept up. And so the sort of the business model of bringing this group together is increasingly in doubt.
Adding to the issues, it's
Oh, come on, Linda. No, we're not done. Come on.
Activities, including commercializing its followers on Instagram and selling sponsorships.
No, Linda.
Into a realm where it looks like they're commodifying.
Yes, fighting is expected, Mika. It's only a matter of time. Hissing is expected, too.
For this year's gathering in late August, with prices ranging from $225
But it's gotta be done.
I'm Karen Moscow, Bloomberg Money.
It's gonna be done, Linda.
Wins at 92.3 FM.
The Trump administration has made severe changes to immigration
All
law.
right.
As an immigrant, these changes will drastically impact your life. Taking care of your immigration status must be your top priority. I'm immigration attorney Abeder Bare. I understand the frustrations and fears immigrants face because I am an immigrant myself. My family immigrated from Somalia when I was 8 years old and gained political asylum. My firm, Bare Law, is located in Manhattan.
Kitsos is flying around.
In all aspects of immigration law. The staff and attorneys at Bare Law Law are also former immigrants who are compassionate and experienced professionals. Call Bari Law immediately, 646-894-5900. I have lived your fears. Now I'm an immigration attorney who understands you and will fight for your rights. Call Bari Law immediately, 646-894-5900. At Bari Law, our clients come first. My passion makes me take your case personally. Call us immediately, 646-894-5900. 646-894-5900.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge.
She's behaving quite well.
Grainger, click Grainger.com.
Hello, Tama. Welcome.
Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most
But I
genius
expect hissing real soon.
To some new genius. Who's got a
come on.
genius new idea? I'm going to have to find a new genius.
All right.
Geniuses and facts.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do.
Really?
Sponsor a job on Indeed. It's easier for talented candidates
Really?
to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire.
You're gonna do that to me? Really?
Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply. It is 75 degrees right now in the city. AccuWeather says it is going to be a steamy one today. 90 in Midtown. And then the storms come through. Once the storms come through, tomorrow looks pretty nice, actually. But first, we have
Really,
to get
Linda?
through the storms and
Come on,
storms
Linda.
heavy. You'll want to stay with 10-10 winds for all the latest on that. Full forecast coming up in just minutes. Good morning. I'm
gonna do
Kathy
this side.
Marple-Kalb. Winds News Time, 9:30.
She's doing quite well.
Good morning, I'm Paul Bernard. The National Guard contingent will be growing in the White House crime crackdown in Washington, D.C. Now 3 Republican-led states have pledged their forces. South Carolina is sending in 200 members of its National Guard. Ohio, 150.
West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey says he's sending up to 400 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. in an effort to help President Trump's fight on crime. Morrisey says the move reflects their commitment to a strong and secure America. 800 National Guard troops have already been deployed. So far, they have been seen at the National Mall and Union Station. They are not making arrests. Perry Russell, ABC News, Washington.
South Carolina's Governor Henry McMaster notes that his state's forces could
Very
be
good, Linda.
on in the event of a
Beautiful.
hurricane. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine says Army Secretary Dan Driscoll
Making you look all pretty. Pretty.
hurricane. Speaking of that, Aaron coming up in just a moment. Right now, Winds News Time 9:31 as we get you where you need to go with Jody Vale.
Well, you're not going anywhere. Westchester, we've got the jam southbound on-ramp to the eastbound Cross County from the Bronx River Parkway.
All right.
Now at that ramp, we've got a crash. Traffic being detoured on the Bronx River
Okay,
Parkway.
Linda.
Back to East, which are building. Northbound Hutch, that's going to be stop and go from East 3rd up to the Cross County. New York State Thruway is moving well. And here's what you need to know.
All right.
about
You're good, Linda.
and
We did good.
Hudson River crossings, GWB
Ideally, I'd like to get her
Southbound, that's getting super slow now. Heading to the west side of Manhattan.
her
from
stomach, but
apartments, we have upper level roadwork.
her
Blocking
belly.
the right lane. Lower level slightly better. Westbound cross fronts. You have those delays going back to 3rd Avenue, so give it about 10 to 15. Lincoln and Holland, just some minor delays both ways. Eastern crossings, not seeing any troubles, but in Brooklyn.
All right, here she is, just laying there.
On the BQE both ways, it's the roadwork zone. Inbound between the Guanas Merge up to Cadman Plaza.
Hello, Tina.
It's going to be a slowdown between
And welcome.
Atlantic Avenue. Jody Dale, 10-10 wins and 92.3 FM.
Well, it's probably silly to think that we're all done with the 90-degree weather. It'd be nice to think that. We certainly have a 90-ish day today, Joe Lundberg.
We do, Paul, and it's going to be the hottest of the next week across the area because a dramatic change is on the way later tonight and tomorrow behind a pretty sharp cold front. Ahead of it, though, we go close to 90 this afternoon.
That's her new favorite spot
Later
there.
this afternoon and evening, heavy gusty thunderstorm in places ahead of that front. Behind it, the breeze picks up out of the north late tonight, and by morning we're down to 67. Tomorrow, a breezy, much cooler, much less humid day. We start with clouds, end with some sunshine. In between, we'll get to about 75, and that's it. And Tuesday and Wednesday look very comfortable. Mid-70s Tuesday, upper 70s Wednesday with clouds and some sunshine each day. Sunshine at 77 in Central Park right now. The humidity at 73%. Winds are southwest at 10. Repeating our current temperature 77, going up to 90 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station. 1010 winds at 92.3 FM.
And Joe, heavy rain, gusty winds lashing Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands from Hurricane Erin this morning. Parts of the Virgin Islands are under flood warnings at this hour. The storm passing north of Puerto Rico as a Cat 3 storm with max sustained winds at 125 miles per hour. But that's down from Cat 5 strength yesterday. Tropical storm warning went up across the Turks and the Caicos today. There's a tropical storm watch across the southeast Bahamas. The storm is still projected to turn out to sea, but along the east coast, there's concern along the shore.
Along the coast in Virginia, officials urging caution and preparing for the worst. Crews on standby and clearing storm drains. In Massachusetts, lifeguards on alert.
We're looking to see some recurrence. We've heard anywhere from 8 to 10 feet on a given day next week.
Officials asking beachgoers to listen to the warnings. It's been a deadly summer on American shores. A 13-year-old girl pulled under rough surf off the Jersey shore. She's the second person to drown in the same area just this week.
That's Morgan Norwood reporting. That 13-year-old drowned on Friday night in Belmar.
Have you or a loved one been sickened in the Central Harlem Legionnaires outbreak? If you were, you may be entitled to recover money. Call Legionnaires lawyer Ronald Catter to see if you have a claim. He's won millions for New Yorkers just like you. You don't pay a legal fee unless he wins, and the call is free. Call 844-LEGION-4, 844-LEGION-4 to speak with a Legionnaires lawyer. That's 844-LEGION-4. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Scott Stanford here, and hey, if you're concerned about tariffs and putting off home renovations, you should know that painting is one of the least costly and easiest ways to maintain and increase the value of your home. Do what we did. Call CertaPro Painters. They'll make your lives easy and make your home beautiful. It's hot outside now, but fall's around the corner. If you need some exterior painting done for your home or business, call CertaPro Painters at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C. Or go to CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
Back into the pool in Red Hook, Brooklyn today. That Olympic-sized city pool in Red Hook was closed back in June after a water line broke when workers were filling up the pool for the summer. And during the worst of this summer's heat, the city directed swimmers to pools in Sunset Park in Gowanus, more than a mile away through this heat. Though the spray heads were still live and you were able to cool off with them in Red Hook, the pool was closed. The city's outdoor pools are open from 11 to 7 and we wouldn't blame you if you forgot, and they're closed between 3 and 4 in the afternoon for cleaning. So the Red Hook pool is supposed to reopen today, and the pools are closing, by the way, citywide for the season on September 7th, so you got to squeeze in that whole season of swimming. Fewer young adults are achieving the things long accepted as a part of growing up. The working paper from the Census Bureau finds that getting a job and moving out, getting married and having a child are less of a thing among U.S. adults between the ages of 25 and 34. The paper Changes in Milestones of Adulthood says half of young adults achieved these things back in 1975. Now it's less than 1/4 in that age group following the traditional path to grown-up life. That's thanks to economic and, yes, cultural changes, they say. She's Bronx-born and unstoppable, and we have a little taste of Cardi B's latest. In our 1010 Wins Entertainment News coming up.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend. Oh, my Bob! Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
We're gonna leave that thing.
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Say I walk around looking like a compliment. Shut up, stop whining. Cardi still shining.
Yeah, she sure is, and we're getting a little taste of something new from Cardi B. This is Imaginary Players, part of her new work, Am I the Drama? Cardi released a little clip from the new video for this song this weekend. Her new album drops, by the way, on September 19th. In the mind of Denzel Washington, it really doesn't matter what you think. The actor recently said he's not really interested in the Oscars. Now, in a new interview, he's saying this about cancel culture.
I follow God. I follow man. I have faith in God. I have hope in man. But look around. It ain't working out so well. Forget being followed. You can't be canceled.
All right, Linda.
Don't sign up.
Washington, in the interview
Come on.
with the group
Come on.
Complex News
Come
and
on.
their backup band, apparently
Come
he
on.
was in studio practicing at that time. He was asked about the loss of public support.
All right, Linda.
About that. He's on screen, by the way, in the new movie High and Low.
Chrome, oh no, Crom, sorry, Tina, wanted to give Noah a message. Noah, we wanted to give you a message, says Tina.
On screen back in February of 1985, complete with.
Well, tell that to Noah later when you see him, Tina. But feel free to give Linda a message if you want.
On sale right now. Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman and Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
Have you been discriminated or retaliated against at work based on your race, gender, pregnancy, sexual orientation, disability, medical leave, or whistleblower status? Have you been sexually harassed by a bad boss or coworker, or been cheated out of pay or overtime wages? The law firm of Kleiman Ginsburg fights for employees like you who have been treated unfairly in the workplace and will aggressively fight to get you the compensation you deserve. If you believe you are a victim of discrimination, been sexually harassed, or have been wrongfully terminated, give Kleinman Ginsburg a call now for a free consultation. The law firm of Kleinman Ginsburg only gets paid if you get paid. Call 877-8-JOB-LAW. That's 877
Dear Noah,
JOB-LAW.
congratulations on your early 3rd birthday. We will always celebrate cat birthdays and everyone's birthdays. Crom. Yes, and speaking of, hello, Share Bear, welcome. We have to give a meow. Caspi, are you here? I don't know if she's here, but
We are Long Island's all news station.
Caspi, if you're here still, we're gonna give you a meow song for your birthday. A meow birthday song. That's tomorrow.
We'll give you the world.
Good morning, mostly sunny, 77 degrees at 9:40. I'm Paul Bernay, and here's what's happening on this Sunday. 3 people are dead among 11 who were shot overnight at a Brooklyn lounge. No suspects in custody in the gunfire on Franklin Avenue in Crown Heights. What are you looking at? We're hearing about the words before a subway slashing last weekend in Queens. There's word of a Gaza visa ban from the State Department, leading to a warning this will only harm kids who are trying to come into the U.S. for medical care.
It's a devastating decision.
We're learning also that leaders from Europe are going to be joining tomorrow's White House meeting with Ukraine's president. It's the FDNY versus the NYPD for the Battle of the Badges charity game this afternoon at Citi Field. And then the Mets host the Mariners tonight. The Yankees are back at it in St. Louis this afternoon. We're heading to a muggy 90 with some storms around in spots later on in the day. Winds News Time 9:41 as we get you where you need to go, and here's Jody Vale.
Little mess in New Jersey, orange cones and lane closures from an earlier overturned tractor-trailer. Road work on the Turnpike Western Spur. Southbound after 15W for 280. Left and center lanes are blocked. Eastern Spur is clear, by the way. Parkway's moving. Just a little stop and go southbound between Route 78 to Union. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels at the Hudson River crossings. GWB, minor delays in. Outbound, though, it's getting slow, heading to the west side of Manhattan from under the apartments. We have upper-level road work, and also we're hearing it's a stalled vehicle blocking the center lane. Lower level is slightly better. We're also seeing delays on the east side of Manhattan, northbound Harlem River Drive from the East 150 up to the bridge. Westbound Cross Bronx, those delays going back to 3rd Avenue, so you want to give it about 15 to 20 at this point. Lincoln and Holland moving both ways. East River Crossing, not seeing any troubles yet. Brooklyn, slow down now. DQE both ways. Roadwork zone inbound between the Gowanus Merge up to Cadman Plaza. Outbound slows down between Hillary Street and Atlantic Avenue. Jody Vale, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Gunfire in Brooklyn at a lounge has left
Quite warm today, guys. Having some
overnight at the Taste of the City
Gatorade.
903 Franklin Avenue in Crown Heights. A 27-year-old man, a 35-year-old man, and another man of undetermined age also have been killed. The 8 others range in age from 27 to 61. They were taken to local hospital. No word on their conditions at this point. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, in her news briefing, carried live here on 1010 West this morning, says it appears there were multiple gunmen.
What we know preliminarily is that there was a dispute inside of the crowded club that led to the shooting. We have multiple shooters involved in the shooting, and we have...
Here's the last thing in my combination. So every day I take this in a shaker, these 4 things. Bone powder, which is obvious. Collagen, because you're made out of it. Collagen
Water
keeps your
boy.
skin,
Yeah, Gatorade.
your bones, your joints. The Active HX for my muscle strength. And then I take creatine monohydrate. And,
this story that was a true slasher, but also brought attention to all of the tropes that had become so exaggerated over the years. And then Wes Craven, who actually...
Tina says, Tasso, on October 28th, Cram's doing a Meow song in honor of Noah's birthday.
Psychology and how to scare people.
Okay, cool.
Of their two talents.
Adam Sandler's film about football, says Mika. And hello, Mad Radio DXer. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you but good morning from Linda and I.
With Drew Barrymore. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so anytime they're making a movie, right, the executives who aren't on set get sent dailies, which is just raw footage so that they can kind of keep tabs on how things are going. They're just seeing Drew Barrymore walking around holding a telephone. And so Wes Craven knew what he was building. Everyone around him knew what he was building. They could feel it was going to be great, but the studio was a bit like, this isn't scary. So they cut together the opening sequence to show them, and that did the trick. So we're like, okay, we see it.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
I want to know who I'm talking to.
I was really struck by the lengths the team went to avoid leaks when it came to making the sequel.
Yep. There were no expectations when they were making the first movie, right? And so when you're shooting a sequel out of the canon, not only are there expectations, but there's also fandom wanting to know everything and wanting to know the mystery. And they came up with some really creative solutions. My favorite was the paper that they printed the scripts on. There's actually a picture of it in the book.
Yes, hello, Alfredo.
It's like maroon and
Somebody
brown
wrote yummy
down
cat,
the
but then they said they were kidding, so.
You can just barely
But Alfredo
read it, but it's impossible to photocopy. It shows up black.
took care of him, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching, I guess.
Get out that they would know who it was that leaked it. It's just
I think they were just
so
kidding,
fun to
Linda.
think about
But
how that must have felt at the time. Probably ridiculous and like a bit of a headache.
we are
but also
cat
a little bit
lovers
like
here.
being a spy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
With the rise of internet fan culture, right, and the rise of the internet, is that the way that the internet kind of
Because
shaped
we take those things
stream
seriously
at
here.
that time, or were there other ways that it kind of had an impact?
Well, when you just look at sort of the way that each of these movies examines culture, in the second movie, she gets a
I'll
prank
show
call.
you real quick.
People have heard her story.
Today we have Kitsos. He's here.
And caller ID
He's
was
sitting
like
up there.
becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And then by the
See,
third
Kitsos?
movie, they're making movies about the movies. And by the fourth movie, people are starting to become internet famous.
Yeah,
And they're
Kitsos is
following
back.
on social media. And that actually was like a little bit maybe too ahead of its time, because they were live streaming things, and the killer wanted to be famous for being a victim. And that time period, that was, like the
So we're gonna have to do. Caspi is not here. It's her birthday tomorrow.
social media.
So we're gonna do a birthday song. Caspi, if you'll have to watch the replay, but you ready, Linda? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
What do you think about
Meow, 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 meow.
scary movie and just like,
Meow, 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 meow. Meow.
Which makes it more rewatchable.
Happy birthday, Caspi.
You're no intense waiting
Hello, Mohammed Sif. Welcome.
nowhere, and it makes the scary part scary. I am just so glad to see Kevin Williamson directing it. No
Yeah,
spoilers,
Linda loved it, right?
obviously, but I was able to visit set, and the atmosphere felt a lot like what people had described to me when they talked about being on Wes Craven sets. There was an energy there that gives me very high hopes for this movie.
You interviewed so many people involved with the movies and fans of the movies, but obviously you weren't able to talk to Wes Craven because he died in 2015. What would you most want to ask him?
I would want to ask him if he's happy with how
Linda's
his
just
career
chilling there now.
because it was a sore spot for him. He saw himself as a director, not as a horror director. He was a storyteller. Music of the Heart starring Meryl Streep was like his passion project. And I don't know that he ever really felt appreciated for how brilliant he was as a filmmaker during his life because people just didn't take horror all that seriously. But now they do.
Now they do.
So, if he could see how people talk about him now, I would be really curious to know if that changes how he feels about his filmography.
That's Ashley Cullens. Her book is Your Favorite Scary Movie, How the Scream Films Rewrote the Rules of Horror. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thanks for having me.
Almost from the time they started making movies, people have made movies about movies.
I want this picture to be a document. I want to hold a mirror up to life. I want this to be a picture of dignity, a true canvas of the suffering of humanity. But with a little sex. With a little sex in it.
Sometimes they're full of wide-eyed wonder and magic.
I'm singing in the rain. You're singing in the rain. What a glorious...
And other times they're darkly cynical.
Jeez, I hope I don't get hit with no copyright.
But Hollywood loves a good film about Hollywood.
Great masses of humanity look to pictures for information and uplift and, yes, entertainment.
Movies about movies this afternoon on All Things Considered. Tune in on your radio or tell your smart speaker to play NPR or your member station by name. The distance from bliss to chaos is a pretty short one in the new movie Splitsville. And we spend so very little time in bliss with Carrie and Ashley, whose new marriage unravels en route to a romantic getaway when Ashley decides this is the moment to get real.
I'm unfaithful. I've been unfaithful.
Okay.
And tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right. It doesn't matter if you're...
The last 50 years. Why didn't somebody champion that movement to take this and move it forward?
I mean, Ed, it's a
Hello, yearly Nicole Andres. Oh, you were here before, I think. Very pretty. Thank you.
Aggravated additional violations that they could have looked at a Michigan postseason ban, but didn't think it was.
You're back home, Tama. That's so great. I'm happy to see Tama again. I'm sure Tama missed you. And you missed Tama. That's wonderful. Welcome back home. Are you staying home long? Or you're back for like long term, or you're leaving again?
Good morning. I think the more interesting question in the wake of this penalty is how long will the NCAA continue to be the governing body for SEC and Big Ten football? With
Bill,
NIL.
Yeah, Bill, and thank you, because we got to run, but you're right. I mean, the NCAA, this is the last true investigation they'll do. This is the last one. They can almost kind of sunset that entire department now, because the College Sports Commission, the CSC, that's going to oversee college football, is going to be the one that's going to handle it. Now, they say right now that they will be quicker for investigations. I don't know how, if I actually believe that. Well, to be determined. But 2.5 years to figure something out is a little bit too long. Worst case, best case, let's go.
best of the worst. Who had the worst week ever? Oh, no, this is terrible.
How about the Rams? Not knowing what their quarterback situation is going to be. CC, I put them not having a great week with the Matt Stafford. I was going to say injury, but we don't even really know if he's healthy enough to play at this point.
Yeah, and Sean McVay is supposed to talk tomorrow and address this because we don't know if he actually worked out over the weekend. A simple yes yesterday probably would have quelled a lot of fears about this thing being something that's going to continue to perpetuate and be a problem. Rams could not give that answer. McVay talks tomorrow. Maybe there will be some clarity following that. Did you see the interview that Michael Porter Jr. did?
Was this the one who was saying, if I wanted my boys to get rich, I would just tell everybody to bet the unders, like, and not play in a game, right?
So, yeah, like you said, like, if your homies can bet $10,000 on the under this one game, you're going to act like you have an injury, they all get the bag. I'm like, his PR team's got to be like, oh, my goodness, do you not know what your brother, Jonte Porter, just got in a boatload of trouble for?
Bro,
Please don't talk about hypotheticals like this. And he also, this is a wide-ranging interview. Whenever you start something with, I'm not a misogynist, but...
What?
He talked about, like, playing Andrew Tate clips around women that he's interested in to see how they react because he went in, he was very vulnerable, he's very open. He said, my brother's vice is gambling. My vice is women. And then saying that, just, those don't go in the same sentence, and I can't look at you normally after that. It's just bizarre.
I need some positivity in my life. Let's flip it to the best of the best, shall we?
Who had the best week ever?
Whoever does the sales for the New Heights podcast, what is it, like 5 billion views? I actually caught the podcast between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It was good. I thought they were a normal, cute couple.
Thomas says, hopefully I can visit Japan again next spring or so. Okay, cool. Yearly is from Colombia. That's great. Cool. Thanks for watching from Colombia. And then Alfredo says, Bogota? Is that how you pronounce that? My Pegasus Nade, says Tina. And hello, Heiki.
Preseason action. Ashton Genty of the Las Vegas Raiders made a really powerful statement yesterday against the 49ers.
And Mad Raider the Extra says, I find it incredible how cats can sleep anywhere comfortably. Wish I could do that. I know. Now she's here. She's comfy. Oops. And then Tina says, just liked the live. 16 likes. Thanks, Tina. Smash that like button or double tap your screen if you're on the phone. Much appreciated. And Yearly says Cali. Are you from? You're in California or in Colombia?
I think he's got his line in the sand here, and he's going to try to get those 4 automatic qualifiers.
CC, thanks for carrying us once again. She's Courtney Cronin. I'm Peter Burns. Best week ever.
Tina says I'm on computer.
Giants resident Super Bowl champ Chris Kennedy coming up Monday. Bo Nix led the Broncos to the playoffs in year 1, but what should we expect in year 2 from him? It's Unsportsmanlike 6 a.m. Eastern right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Oh, Cali is a Colombian city? Oh, wow, okay. I didn't know that. See? That goes to show you my geography, but geography is not my strongest suit. Mika says, I heard it first time about 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. Yearly says, it is located in the Cauca Valley.
In the store and at GNC.com. That's right, everything. Protein, pre-workout, creatine, vitamins, supplements, and so much more. Go for it all and don't miss out. At GNC, nutrition isn't just a department, it's the whole freaking store. You got goals, GNC has results. Visit your local GNC store or go to GNC.com.
Coming September 2nd to ESPN Radio, The Rich Eisen Show. Tom is back on the program.
Rich, I'm doing great. Super Bowl champion Cooper DeJean. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for having me. The Rich Eisen Show. Stafford, quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks for having me on. The new head coach of the Chicago Bears, Ben Johnson. Good to see you, Coach. How you doing? I'm doing great. Rich Eisen, coming September 2nd. Weekdays from noon to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Well, to hit a home run, everything's got to line up perfectly, just like when you find the person you want to marry. When it's time to propose, well, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. From their beautiful 2 by London collection to custom designs for any budget, they make finding the perfect ring easy. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations and tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love.
Yearly says, to get rid of boredom, are you able to say, well, I'm not bored. This is a chill stream here, so usually we just, whatever you guys talk about. So what do you, let me say, are you able to say, but is that a bad, I hope that's not a bad word, by the way. Paran Guantimicaro. What does that mean?
Alabama's top returning rusher, Cam Miller, dealing with an upper body injury, is likely to miss the opener. Team does not have a timetable for his return. Miller led Tide tailback for 668 yards and 7 touchdowns on 145 carries last year. Second week of the NFL preseason, the Saints quarterback competition continues.
I did. Well, I'll do it again.
The Jaguars rookie second-round pick Tyler Shuck will get the start for New Orleans. Spencer Rattler started the preseason opener. Rattler went 7 of 11 for 53 yards in the first half. Shuck came on after
Paran Guantimicaro.
for 165 touchdown and a pick. Head coach Kellen Moore saying they don't have a specific
Paran Guantimicaro. Paran Guantimicaro. Is this, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I don't know, Alfredo. You I don't trust. I don't know if that's a good word. To the area. To the area.
They make it 14 consecutive wins in Cincinnati with a 6-5 comeback win. Now 34 games over 500.
All right, now tell me, what does it mean? Are you going to make me look it up? Yeah, try that now. What, Mika? Oh, well, don't expect me. I can try Mika. Mika knows because I've pronounced Finnish words before. Pretty good. Right, Mika?
Evan, Auntie, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings at 6 on 1050 ESPN.
Hayoi. Hayoi. I think that's how you say it, Mika.
This is Sunday Morning with Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio. You can also listen on the ESPN app, your smart speaker, and on Sirius XM Channel 8.
Hayoi. Or Hayoi. Yeah.
Here on ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. A lot of this summer, one of us has been gone, the other one's not been here. But you know what? Today we're here. Matt Jones, Byron Metcalf, presented by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance, protect things, and make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit progressive.com. I'm gonna give you a little
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, that's a difficult word. Well, Mika, though, maybe the one you're referring to, the one that you wrote. Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say.
Let's see here.
By the window, all I heard is like a couple got shot, and I was just trying to get out to save my life.
Police say 3 men ages 27, 35, and an unknown age didn't make it. The police are sure her friend was one of them.
I was just here all along, walk on, going crazy looking for my friend. So now I went to the car. I saw the car is there. I don't see him. So it gotta be something happened to her.
She says she's feeling
I'm hurt. I want to know what happened to my friend. Because he was next to me. I couldn't say nothing to him. I was just trying to get out, save my life.
Amanda Alexander, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Crown Heights.
A new twist today on the protest at Federal Plaza. Demonstrators are asking Governor Hochul to cut off the power. State Assembly member Robert Carroll says ICE is holding immigrants in awful conditions. Then he tells 1010 Wins.
All right, let's give Kitsos some camera time here because I am not giving him any.
Days after a 7-year-old student at a Queens Elementary School was detained with her mother after a routine check.
All right, here's Kitsos.
Councilmember Shakar Krishna
Kitsos is going to get
Cyrus District. Ito said him
some camera time.
Member Catalina Cruz are doing what they can to help.
We are in direct contact with the family. We are in direct contact with legal services organizations to make sure they have effective legal representation. This family is not alone. Jackson Heights, homeless, our city stands with them.
Advocates of the girl, her mother, and 19-year-old brother fled Ecuador because of domestic violence. Their initial asylum request was denied. They continued following the process. Dara's brother was sent to a different facility in Newark. He was supposed to be starting college soon. Department of Homeland Security put out a statement describing the mother.
I think I see a little poop there from Kitsos on that teddy bear's little arm. I'll clean that off a little later. Kitsos, poops quite a bit, which is why I'd rather keep him in one, in that one area where I can, but I always let him, but he's hard to catch, man, in the house if he's flying around. Before he escaped, and he was flying around. Oh, thanks, Yuli. This is the easiest word name to pronounce, says Mika. Kitsos. Yearly says, I have one just like it in the same color. Yeah, this is called a budgie, Yearly. Or Yearly, budgie. Kitsos, Alfredo says, descends from a parrot belonging to Blackbeard himself. Yes. Kitsos is retired from the... He used to be on many pirate ships, and he has officially been claimed by me now. I'm the pirate, he's my bird.
Both of them are a mile or more away. The pool's stray area did stay open. The work reportedly took so long because they've been waiting for parts. Residents can now enjoy the pool for what's left of the summer season. Pools close on September 7th. 77 degrees right now, going up to 90 in Midtown. Coming up next, the red states are sending reinforcements to D.C.
Scott Stanford here with my good friend Michael Barish of Barish and McGarry. They are the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Michael, we're always reporting about how the World Trade Center health program is getting cut. What is Barish and McGarry doing for the responders and the civilians?
We are fighting because this is personal to us. We've been down to Washington many times that they owe an obligation to the 9/11 community to provide full funding.
If you had to give me one word to describe Barish and McGarry and the 9/11 community, what would it be?
Personal, because so many people in my office have lost loved ones. So many people have cancer. I'm a cancer survivor from 9/11. We take this so personally, which is why we're fighting to correct this injustice.
Michael, what can our listeners do to help you fight to get the full funding
So,
Contact us and join the
Kichos is doing his thing, just chilling there. And Linda is here. So before I say goodbye, we'll have a one quick look at Linda.
West Virginia's governor said he was sending up to 400 National Guard troops to the Capitol at President Trump's request. They'll join soldiers already deployed with D.C. police on the streets of the district. The troops made
Chilling Sunday, yep.
a major shift that comes after the president deployed them to, quote, take back the Capitol, even as local authorities report crime falling in the district. As correspondent Eureka Duncan reporting, South Carolina has promised 200 troops. Ohio 150, and the federal takeover has sparked concerns and protests. New concern about same-sex marriage is formally asked the Supreme Court to overturn the decade-old landmark ruling. This fall, a former Kentucky clerk who spent 6 days in jail for refusing to issue licenses to gay couples on religious grounds is appealing a jury verdict in a way that could actually give the court the chance to overturn the Obergefell versus Hodges decision that legalized same-sex marriage. It's unclear, though, if the justices will get involved. Now, this message, Hanover Bank, forward together. Visit HanoverBank.com today.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health. Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
All right, guys, I'm going to end it. So have a great Sunday and a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate you guys stopping by. And we'll end it with Kichos, I guess, since Linda... I'm going to go give Linda some treats. Especially after putting up with me for brushing her. Take care, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming by. Bye-bye.